What's up, Wildlife Builders? Siege here, back with the hottest content, Kha'zix vs Rengar guide. In this guide, we are going to teach you how to play Kha'zix against Rengar and how to play Rengar against Kha'zix. If you want an extra edge for your future hunts, this guide is for you. First, let's talk about Kha'zix. Kha'zix is a Void Reaper. He has scary isolation damage and an annoying invisibility ultimate. He can evolve his abilities depending on the situation, and so as the game goes on, he becomes even more frightening as his abilities upgrades over the course of the game. On the other corner, not going to back down, is Rengar. Rengar, the Pride Stalker. He can leap countless of times in brushes, and once he has enough ferocity, he gets a free powered ability. This ultimate reveals the closest enemy champion, making escape impossible. For every trophy head he collects, he becomes stronger than ever. In this guide, we are going to watch a few Kha'zix vs Rengar clips, and we will see what we can learn about it. Let's go and leap on the first clip. In this clip, Kha'zix bags a triple kill, with the Rengar coming late to the party, being the icing on his bug cake. Kha'zix evolved Q takes their fear first here, allowing him to immediately use Q after Q after Q. Notice that the Soda, low on health, ran as fast as she can to escape the bug, making her and Ashe suffer the isolation damage. If Rengar was a little early, they would have denied the isolation and Kha'zix will be killed instead. Rengar here thought that he could burst down Kha'zix, so he immediately used his W Battle Roar. When fighting Kha'zix in the early game, Rengar's biggest asset is his W because it can refund 50% of the damage he recently took. Basically, it will nullify the isolation damage. On the other hand, Kha'zix's winning play is his ultimate Voided Assault timing. If he had casted it a second early, he would be dead. And if he tried to escape instead of attacking after the invisibility, Rengar would have leaped on him and the bug will be squashed. In this next clip, we will demonstrate the strengths of W Battle Roar in the early game and what happens when Kha'zix hesitates. Kha'zix proceeds to his Cutler after killing the enemy Ahri. He's feeling good with this kill streak, so he fought Rengar head on. The Rengar, with the cooler head, delayed the use of his W Battle Roar, which as you can see, immediately turned the fight into his favor. The Kha'zix, who evolved R first, did not use his ultimate Void Assault properly. The Kha'zix could have possibly won if he activated R as his initiation tool. That would given him the jump on Rengar instead, and because he had evolved R first, he will be able to do it 2 more times. Here is another scenario in the same game where Kha'zix made the same mistake. But after a while, probably, this Kha'zix player realized his mistake. In this next clip, in the same game, Kha'zix finally used his ult correctly after dying twice against Rengar. In this fight, Rengar thought that Kha'zix would make the same mistake, so he made an error that costed his life. He walked towards the area where Kha'zix turned invisible. If he simply waited inside the brush, he would have won the fight instead. And for our last game, you will see a fed Rengar killing Kha'zix, escaping a fight, and then killing someone else again. Kha'zix here thought he was safe because his teammates are near him, but against a fed Rengar, you should wait for him to show up first because you can be one-shotted easily. If the Kha'zix waited for the Rengar instead of pursuing the other enemy, he could have helped his team kill the Rengar instead. That's it for this guide, and don't forget to visit our website lawwildlife.com if you want to read an in-depth guide of Kha'zix and Rengar. Peace out.